You should have played quarterback.
What?
You should have played quarterback. Why didn't you play quarterback? Can you throw? You got small hands, huh? Could you palm can you actually get your hands around a football? You got little hands, dude. I'm not trying to be a jerk. You got baby hands.
Baby hands?
Oh, you do. It's okay. Smooth for a fighter. What's going on with your hands? Did you not get enough oxygen in the womb?
If you don't sing me a song, I'm going to take these baby hands.
Before I sing a song,
crush your neck.
I want to ask if you did you not get enough oxygen in your hands are abnormally small. It's something we have to talk about.
It went to other parts of my body.
Obviously, but it's not
all over.
Do you?
It obviously didn't go to my head or hands.
What size glove do you take? Small?
XL.
You take small?
XL.
You can get yourself into a small though, can't you? You got some small hands.
I might be able to.
Can I ask you a question and be honest before we get into the song? And we'll get into the podcast.
If you don't give me a song, I'm gonna.
Do you sew? Can you sew?
I can.
You can sew pretty well.
Sew your jeans.
Hey.
Fix your jeans.
Hey now. Why didn't you play quarterback? Can you throw a ball? How far can you throw a football? You don't have good technique.
I mean, before I hurt my shoulder.
Oh, come on.
You know how it goes,
bro.
Injuries. I don't know. I can throw it pretty far.
Yeah? What do you think?
I think you better sing me.
You think you're a good athlete?
Song.
You know what I'm hesitating on? Sorry, folks, you had to hear that. I just don't understand why Brennan at 6'5" or 6'4", 250, why he didn't play quarterback. It just bothers me. But forget that. Let's move on. I'm looking for a theme song for The Fighter and the Kid. I'm going to write something, and I need the fans' help, but I don't know if it should be like The Fighter and the Kid. He's the kid and Brennan's the fighter. You know, I mean, something like that. Is that a ballad or is
like
it
an 80s ballad?
It's the fighter and the kid, the fighter and the kid. I'm so bad with rap. What would be the rap version?
No rapping. No, if you want the show to plummet, rap.
Really?
Yes. If you want to ruin the show, rap.
It's the fighter and the kid. Like, I want to do it the way they do it in musical theater.
No, I want it like an 80s ballad.
The fighter and the kid.
It's the fighter.
It's the fighter and the kid. Oh, God, Sammy Hagar. It's a fighter and the kid.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And the kid. Yeah.
That's what we need. Yes.
That's what we need.
That's what we need out of you.
Brandon's got a big body with a tiny head, smaller hands, and enough for a dick.
Damn, man.
What'd I say? Too much? I'm trying to do it like Sammy Hagar. He's got a big old body with a tiny head, little kid's hands, and enough for a dick.
Too much.
Too much, bro?
Too much, man.
Oh, okay. Brian Callen is perfectly proportioned. Brian Callen is totally out of proportion when he takes his pants off. What the hell is that? From a distance, he looks like the letter L. Get it? Because my wiener is sticking out. Let me ask you a personal question. I want to ask you a personal question before we get into it.
Man?
When your downstairs area is 10 hut as opposed to at ease, and you get my military entendre. When you're 10 hut
from 6 to 12.
When you're 10 hut,
say 10 hut.
When you're 10 hut, how up is the bad boy?
10 hut.
Does he go straight out or does he jack straight up? Is he looking at your belly button? I'm just curious. Is he touching your belly button? That's a real question. I mean, is he jacked straight up? Is his back arched? Huh? Are we talking about a Chiquita banana? Huh? Has he got the posture of a Chiquita banana? Or even worse, has he got the posture of a croissant? Is he bent all the way back like a croissant? He might be bent. Some guys, you ever see porns where guys are just bent way too back? It's like, bro, that's a little.
It's disturbing.
It's little and it's bent.
Jacks the whole vibe up of the porno.
You got yourself a croissant. Got yourself a mini croissant.
What do you think the girl says?
I don't know.
She gets on set. She's like, man.
Well, apparently, though, that hits the G-spot, I guess. But it's a boomerang.
It's a boomerang.
That's a weird situation, right? You don't have a big old arch in the back, do you? He ain't straining his back. You ain't got a sway back on your piece.
Like one of those banana boats.
Yeah. Got yourself a banana boat?
Or what's the other one?
Well, I mean, if you got just good old long reach,
you got a long
straight
board?
out,
a longboard.
Well, I'm a straight shooter. You understand?
Straight shooter.
So when I'm 10 hut, He's pretty much just straight out. He's just reaching out, like the way you'd reach out for the salt shaker at a dinner table. You understand? He's just reaching out for the old salt shaker. You know what I mean? If you can make a sound effect for my wiener when he's 10 hut, this would be it. You can hear him go. And when he's done, you hear. And then you hear this. Yeah. You hear that?
Yeah.
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 That's what he says. If you get real close to his mouth.
His goldfish mouth.
He's got a little mouth. He's got a little mouth.
Goldfish mouth.
Yeah, you get real close. You put your ear up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I got going for me.
What is going on?
I'm 47 years old. I'm 47. I'm talking this way. I really need to grow up, bro. We were doing jiu-jitsu in the parking lot.
We were doing jiu-jitsu last night in the parking lot.
We had some dinner, and Brendan, I was trying to grab him. You felt the power when I squeezed you.
Yeah, a little bit. You've been working out.
Doesn't matter.
I had to grab your neck, didn't I?
Yeah, you had to shake me. You had to shuck me down and
shake you down.
Throw the old guillotine in there. That's a good move. That's a good move in a bar for some
you think?
Yoker. Well, some guy's going to get in busy with you who doesn't understand.
I'll tell you what, I almost got in a little bit of a scuffle in the street. With, you know me, I never get in freaking fights, man. I went to go see a movie, and I'm at the movie theater, and Purge 2, your boy's in it. Our
Grillo,
boy,
who we'll have on next week.
Who's on the show next week. Star of Purge 2, blowing up.
And
anyways,
Navy Street.
Yes, anyways. So I go to the movies, book my ticket at 7 a.m. I love the Purge. At 7 a.m.? 7 a.m. just to reserve these tickets. I get there, right? Super excited to see the movie. There's a homeboy and his friends in front of me, probably rolling about 6 deep.
That's big.
Not small fellers either.
No.
Halfway through the movie, he has a Galaxy Note like you have. Lifts it up. He's on his phone, texting. I can see an ass pic. Must have been sexting.
Yeah.
So I'm not making this up. Sex pic. I'm like, all right, whatever. He still leaves it. The guy next to me, he's like, bro. I'm like, yeah, that guy's not gonna say anything. I can see everyone's frustrated. So I go, bro, come on, man, off your phone, loud, right? He drops the phone down. I'm like, oh, that was tight move, Brendan. Tight move. Proud of myself, right?
Sure.
About 10 minutes later, back on the phone.
Back up.
And I'm not talking about looking down at it. We're talking raising it up like this.
He's an a-hole.
Yeah.
You got a real
Galaxy Note.
got a real a-hole.
But now he's on Instagram.
Oh,
now
boy.
I can see he's on Instagram. I'm looking at his pictures before I say anything. I'm looking at his pictures, and I'm like, dang, this freaking dude. Loving the movie. This guy's messing up. Again, people are mad behind me at this guy. I'm like, why didn't anyone else say anything? So finally I go, bro, for the love of God, get off your fucking phone. He lowers his phone, throws up the bird.
Oh, boy.
Throws up the old birdie towards me.
Okay.
But doesn't turn around. He's pretty smooth about it, which is kind of concerning.
No, yeah.
Because that means this isn't his first rodeo, and he doesn't give a shit.
It's not his first rodeo.
You know what I'm saying?
He threw up a lazy bird.
Well, puts the phone down.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, big old bird comes.
Just and a gentle swoop.
Yeah, gentle swoop. 6 to 12.
Wow.
Well, now I'm thinking to myself.
So now his finger's 10 hut.
His finger's 10 hut, and I'm thinking to myself, we got ourselves a situation here. I can't enjoy the movie because I'm with a friend. She can't defend herself.
Yeah. It might be Big Brown against 6.
Yeah, Big Brown against 6. So I'm trying to think of the best way to go about
heart starts beating a little bit or no?
Oh, for sure, because I'm trying to think about it. Because if they all jump me, especially if they surround me, we got some issues. These aren't small dudes either.
No, you're going to have to start throwing hard.
These guys, I don't know, probably got memberships to 24-hour fitness at least.
Okay.
At least.
Yeah.
Baggy clothes on, trying to paint the picture for you.
Maybe they do a little MMA.
Hold.
I understand.
Hold.
Or they might have guns.
Or they might have a tab out shirt and think they do MMA. Anyways, so the rest of the movie I couldn't enjoy because I'm trying to think, what the hell am I going to do? So I was like, I need to get my back against a wall because I can't have 6 guys surround me.
Ooh.
You know, that's what I was trying to think.
Tight.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking.
Like a lion against the wall.
That's all I was thinking.
With hyenas coming
300 style, son.
Oh, I like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Defending the hot gates.
Movie's over. I'm like, well, here we go. Let's see what he does. They didn't do shit.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Did they know it was you?
I have no idea.
I think that most people, when they see your size and then they look at your ears, it's just there's other people to mess with.
I don't know. I was looking like a real cutie pie. Had a nice white shirt, nice linen white shirt, some tight skinny jeans.
Yeah.
His quads were robusting out, of these skinny tight jeans.
Say that one more time.
Robusting out.
See, if I was Spanish, I'd go robusting out.
They were these juicy quads were in full effect.
Damn.
Had some nice Jordans.
Is that right?
They probably looked at me and were like, we might be able to take them.
Man, you got a scar on your eye. You got closed up ears. People know what that means.
A little bit of, I got a permanent black eye right now.
You got yourself a thick old neck.
Thick old neck.
You got some shoulders on you. It's hard to hide. It's hard to hide the warrior physique in under linen,
especially when you're in skinny jeans. That thing's not leaving anything to imagination.
No, you're busting.
Those jeans are. You're seeing a apple bottom.
You're seeing your
big
nub,
old
your
snake
nub,
in the front.
You're seeing your
big
nub,
old snaky
you're
snake
seeing
in the
your nub
front.
Point straight out.
Big old snaky snake looks
Little
like
nub.
he ate 3 gerbils.
Thick old little
full
nub.
tummy, all full tummy, full tummy. Snake 3
You just
gerbils.
called your piece a full tummy gerbil?
No, I called my piece a snake that ate 3 tummy gerbils.
Hey, excuse me, sir. That's funny. You got your.
When
you're obviously aroused.
And when your dick goes, yeah, mine goes,
damn.
That's what mine does.
That's a high.
It brings the
scream.
pain, dog. It brings the pain.
Yeah. That was a yodel.
Yeah.
So it sounds like
That's
it was
what mine does.
almost a yodel.
Yeah.
What is your dick, Swiss?
Yeah, it is.
That's
it is,
impressive, bro.
And it looks like an anaconda that ate a shitload of gerbils.
You just
That's what it looks like.
anacondas don't eat gerbils, but that's kind of
They do in my world.
Are you sure
They do in my fantasy,
you sure it doesn't
Brian?
just look like a rolled up gerbil that ate a bunch of seeds? Maybe that's what it looks like, and you're
You know what?
mistaking it.
I might mistake. Yeah, it might look like a chickmunk that
With
ate
a
a
full
shitload of
tummy.
sunflower seeds.
Do you know what is a disgusting way of referring to when you don't ever do this? And no one, now you guys never do this. When you have sex and you've had your orgasm, please don't look down and say, "Whoa, can't believe my dong barfed that much." Hold.
I feel sick.
That's what I'm saying. Don't say that.
Why did you do that?
Don't say,
I feel like you've ruined the show.
Don't go like this. He's going to be sick. He's got a full tummy. Don't say that. Okay?
A little too much, my man.
Oh, really?
A little too much for me.
By the way, this has been the weirdest podcast.
Yeah, it's really off to a weird start. Weird start. Wait till Jason gets in here. Wait till Jason gets in. I can't wait to ask him about his girl.
You're
blood
still
copy.
obsessed. We got Jason Ellis coming into the...
I'll tell you what, he's not a happy camper either. He got lost. I think he got in a wreck, too.
Really?
I think he said a UPS truck hit him and just kept on going.
Oh, seriously?
I think so. I might over...
Let's not talk about that on the air because you get in trouble. What... By the way...
You want to talk about the Ireland fights?
Yeah, we could talk about that. And before we do that, please next time you're at the urinal, we were peeing, and you're texting.
Bro, quit watching me.
Yeah, but...
Quit watching me. It's weird, bro.
I got to make sure... I got to see that everything's okay.
No,
so I did peek over...
No, in the urinal, I need you to treat it like you're voting. You just got to look forward. You just look forward. No one asks no questions. No one's going to ask you questions. Get the hell out. All right?
But dude,
it's like you're voting for the President of the United States. And when you're in the urinal next to me, it's that important.
I had to take a little peek.
It's that important,
And
Brian.
by the way, your baby bird was just sitting in a lazy manner.
On the treetop.
Well, it was perched on... You had your underwear. Your underwear was just pulled right below the old balls.
Yep.
And so it was just kind of bunched up. It was kind of sitting straight up a little bit. And then you were
Lazy.
texting.
It's all lazy.
And you were peeing. And then it was kind of like... hitting the floor. It was kind of falling out of your wiener like a waterfall.
It was
like the kind of waterfall you see in the Bahamas.
It's like a bad plumber's job.
And at one point, it was just hitting the floor, and I went, "Do you mind? Do you mind?" And you shuffled ever so slightly to get the rest of it in a thank you for the charity into the urinal.
Yeah, no problem.
Somebody's got to clean that up, man. So do you mind when you're texting? How about not having your lazy perched bird
I could
waterfall down?
I could pay
on
more
the floor.
attention to it.
Yeah,
I could pay more attention.
it's the laziest piss I've ever seen in my life. Simply the laziest piss I've ever seen in my life.
You know what, Brian? I just don't care.
All right.
I just don't care. From now on, though, eyes forward, my man. Eyes forward.
Yeah.
Quit staring at what I'm doing.
I had to see
Don't
what's
look
going
at my
on.
vote. Don't look at my vote.
We're good friends. I needed to see what's going on. All right. Let's talk about the Ireland fights.
Let's talk about the Ireland fights before Jason gets in here. Listen, Ireland fights, huge card. I think it was the loudest stadium ever, loudest arena ever.
It was the loudest
so obviously they're going back. For me, it was a little bittersweet. My man Cody Donovan fought. Cody's the first friend I ever made in the gym, right?
Yeah.
Very first friend I ever made in the gym. And he's always taught, Cody always talks about he has Irish tattoos. He talks about Ireland all the time. So his dream was fighting Ireland.
Yeah.
And also his dream was to be in the UFC. So this is Cody's third fight in the UFC, fourth fight in the UFC. It's Cody's fourth fight in the UFC.
Already an accomplishment.
So Cody's fourth fight in the UFC, and he begged to get on this Ireland card. Had a good training camp, good matchup against a guy goes by the nickname of Al Capone, former heavyweight, and then this is his first cut to 205. And it was a good fight. Cody went back and forth, back and forth. All I really cared about this entire card was Cody's fight. I could care less about any of the other fights. I mean, Conor McGregor's fun to watch, but there's
Nikita
Krylov, Al Capone.
Krylov.
His first fight at 205. Cody did well, man. He had him in an armbar, threatened submission, had mount, had his back, and then I don't know. I mean, Cody's going to kill me for saying this, but it is what it is. When those things didn't go Cody's way, it looked like there was a sign of doubt. And with 13 seconds left, Nikita reversed him and started pounding him out.
Right.
And Cody just didn't move, and the ref stopped it.
Cody has a lot of trouble with that weight loss, doesn't he?
No, not at all.
No?
No.
Because he walks around a lot of times 230,
230. Yeah. But when he's in camp, he's around 220, solid. Yeah. I mean, Cody's,
solid.
Nikita used to fight at heavyweight, so what are we talking about, man? That's 205. That's the world 205.
Right.
It was bittersweet, man. Listen, Cody got to fight in Ireland. I don't know what the UFC is planning to do. That's 3 in a row for Cody, 3 losses in the first round. Yeah. So
that's the game.
That's the game. I personally told Cody I think he should think
about other things.
Think about other things.
There's nothing wrong with that because let's put it this way: if you're not getting paid a lot of money to get punched in the face, if you're not going to be a top 5 fighter, whatever it is, then you have to look at your options. Cody is by many people's and I'm selfish because I want him out here because we love him. So
I don't think he's ever going to move out.
He's a hell of a teacher, from what I understand. Like an amazing, amazing.
I've had so many coaches and met. Yeah,
like an amazing coach.
One of the smartest people I know.
Yeah, too. and I know that from really smart people that talk about how smart he is and how good of a teacher he is. Like people
that's his gift.
People whose intellect I really admire. So I'm glad we're talking about this on the podcast because I know he's going to listen. So my vote is I want to get him out here. I want him to open a jiu-jitsu school, and I'll be his first student, I swear to God.
He kills it because he
well, first of all, he's handsome as hell. So good looking. I believe all the moms are going to take.
And first of all, I was texting with his wife when they're out in Ireland. Don't get mad, Cody. Texting with their wife, not a big deal. Texting with his wife, but she said, "Yeah, it's time for Cody to think about doing other things. It's time for us to start making babies."
Good. All right, hey Cody.
Make babies, make beautiful babies with your beautiful wife.
Come out to LA, bro.
Come out to LA
and open a school, and we'll support you. And
you can be if you move out here. We don't take this lightly, but we'll make you a member of Abbott Kenny Fight Club right away.
Yeah, you
right
will.
away because Cody has a rump roast on him.
He's got a rump roast on him. We got your card here. We got your shirts. If you want to step into the Abbott Kenny Fight Club, but if you want to hang out in Denver, do that too.
If you want to be in Denver,
but we don't open this door often.
No, as a matter of fact, there's an expiration date. You got a month.
You got a month.
30 days.
Jeez, you're giving them 30 days.
30 days notice.
2 months.
No, you got 30 days.
You're hard. You're a hard.
Sell all your shit. Well, Abbott Kenny's no joke, man.
It's no joke.
Abbott Kenny Fight Club is no joke.
No, because we hang out, we swill wine, we drink way too much coffee, and we talk about nothing.
And we dominate Venice Beach in volleyball.
There's no question about that. We could use him. I want to know how good he is at volleyball because I'm going to make a call right now. He's going to be struggling in the sand for the first 2-3 games. Takes a while to get your bearings. and I'm going to spike the ball in his Donnybrook face if I want.
I'll take. Well, Will Sasso was on our team. Should we replace Will Sasso with Cody, or?
Well, Will will always just be there, but I'm not impressed with Will's. Hey, Will Sasso, I'm not impressed with your
ball
skills.
No.
Mm-mm.
But he's part of the Abercrombie Fight Club. 100%. He is just the man. 100%.
He's moving down. How
he's
often,
moving to Venice?
How much do you laugh with Will Sasso around all the time? That guy's just always funny.
A bunch. And the thing I like about Will is he has a successful podcast, the 10-minute podcast you're on.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Me and him will bounce ideas off each other left and right. Most guys like him who are successful like that, at least from my experience, especially with entertainment and me being a fighter, trying, doing our thing, a lot of people aren't open to it because they don't want you to succeed. So they're not helping you out much. They're not opening doors. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But we just keep on doing the damn thing.
Can you bring up
number one video podcast, iTunes? Holla at your boy.
Can you bring up the McGregor?
Yeah, so Cody, moving on. Listen, Conor McGregor, wow, that's an awkward picture he has.
It's a very awkward picture.
For sure sucking your gut, bro. What's he doing? That is an awkward picture.
As it gets. It's the strangest looking picture.
That is a terrible picture on the UFC. Super awkward.
What is his... He impressed a lot of people.
Listen, he calls it. This kid talks a huge game. Huge game. There's a lot of hype around him. Diego Brando's tough. By far his toughest fight yet. By far. He was supposed to fight Cole Miller. Cole Miller got hurt. Cole Miller had a classic line after his fight. He said, Conor McGregor is a show pony if I've ever seen one. Meaning, he's just all hype. He's all talk.
But he gets in there and he's very cool and calm
He's a beast, man, especially in Ireland. And obviously he's the face of Ireland right now.
What do you think?
What's next for him?
Yeah.
See that. And
is he somebody who could be a champion?
Listen, at that weight class, God, that's tough.
Because I like talking to fighters like you because you're way more cool-headed than I am. And this is what I mean by that. A lot of us who are laymen we see a guy like Matt Brown, and he's so tough and he can take shots, and he just breaks you down. He takes a guy like Silva and just breaks him down, breaks his heart, breaks his spirit. Eric Silva. So what we do is guys like me he just feels invincible. He just feels like he's so tough. And then I talk to fighters who are way more measured because they say, and because you've experienced it, technique. And
we'll get to Matt Brown. We'll get Matt with Conor McGregor. Listen, he talks a big game, and the thing is, when you do that, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and a lot of people are going to hate you. People love to hate you. It's kind of the Floyd Mayweather effect, right?
Sure.
He's doing a good job, man. He's backing it up now. Diego Brando, yes, stud, beast. He beat him very easily. I mean, I think Conor, if he gets like a Dustin Poirier next, something like that, it's going to be a different story. It's going to be a tough fight. I'd like to see him get it in tougher fights. But this is the difference. How many fights do you have in the UFC? 3? Maybe 3?
Not that many.
Not many at all.
Not that many.
Hey,
DJ.
You want to look that up, or you want to text for us?
Well, I'm trying to look for Jason Ellis.
No, you're good, man. So you might have 3 fights in the UFC, right? Maybe. The difference between boxing and the UFC, if Conor McGregor is a boxer...
He's 15-2-0, but that's his MMA record.
No, that doesn't matter. He has 3.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So he has 3 fights. In boxing, if a guy is talented and he's up-and-comer, he's going to have, 10, 12 fights.
They're going to bring him up slowly.
Tough guys. They're going to bring him up and bring him up the right way.
Right.
In the UFC, it's not that. Once you get there, man, you better be on your horse and ready to go.
You could fight anybody. You could fight the champion right away.
Well, listen, I had 4 fights. I fought Roy Nelson, and 6 months later, I was fighting Gabriel Gonzaga.
Yeah.
What? In boxing, if you're a prospect, you're getting built up. You're going to face a guy who, might be of this caliber. He's going to stay in there, but he's going to eat shots and give you a little bit of go. And then you fight a guy who, he's not going to be so easy, and they build you up to the right step. So when you finally get there, you're ready to go. The UFC doesn't work that way. It's sink or swim.
Yeah.
Because if you can't swim, they're going to find someone else who will. They do not care.
The pressure on fighters, the margin for error is so much smaller.
Especially in MMA.
It's so much smaller. That's why I get so nervous watching.
So I don't want to see Conor McGregor fighting freaking Jose Aldo next. I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that because he's not ready yet.
He's not ready.
He's a very exciting fighter, and it would take.
He's a great exciting fighter. Let's use him for what he is. Let's build the shit out of this kid. He's obviously a superstar. He talks the talk, dresses well. He's backing it up right now, and you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason to.
100%.
There's no reason to listen. Dustin Poirier is going to be a super tough test for him as well,
and
if that's what they give him.
And you want to, and he's very entertaining to watch. So you don't want to just snuff out the candle. You put him in with the best guy there is.
No, UFC needs stars, man. UFC needs superstars.
There's no upside to him beating. There you go. Because there are a lot of guys. There's a lot of competition and exciting competition for Conor McGregor.
Especially at that weight class, 145.
Let's move on to Robbie Lawler and Matt Brown.
I will be there in San Jose, corner Pat Cummins. So, Find the Kid fans, if you're around, holler at your boy. I will be in San Jose doing the damn thing. Corner Pat Cummins, and he is fighting Kyle Kingsbury. That's a good fight. That's a scrap.
Yeah.
That is a scrap and a half.
Guys they look like beasts.
But both of them might have the best bodies at 205.
Well, Pat Cummins knows his way around a wrestling mat, from what I understand.
Yes.
A beast. What is...
That's a good fight, man, because this is Kyle Kingsbury's first fight back in the UFC after being released, so it's a tough test for Pat. Pat only has 6 fights. Yeah. One of those was co-main event, his first fight against Daniel Cormier. Yeah. I mean, what are we... You know what I'm saying?
That's throwing.
Talk about building the guy.
I know.
You better be ready to go.
Talk about throwing him to the wolves.
You better be ready to go.
You're throwing him to the wolves. I guess that, you know what they figured? Well, maybe Pat can neutralize Daniel's wrestling or something.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he's here. He's not happy, though. He is not happy.
Can you see it on my face?
Yeah, man.
Come on, brother.
What's up, brother?
I'm sorry. You know what? This place...
You didn't do it.
This place is hard to find.
Good.
Yeah.
This place is hard to find.
It is a little bit of beast. Carlton, you're the man.
All right, guys.
I know exactly.
Jason Ellis in the house.
Fucking FedEx
Sad
truck
panda.
ran into my car today and drove off on me on the way here.
For real?
No shit. Like,
how much damage?
I don't know. I don't even fucking care.
Well, Brian will pay for all of it for coming on the show.
That's right. Good news. I'm going to pay for your damaged
Brian's
car.
rich as shit. He will cover everything you lost.
I turned onto the on-ramp thing, and then he was behind me, and he just smashed my back, and then he kept going, and he pushed my truck around to the point where I was sideways looking at his face, and I was like,
what?
Are you fucking crazy, man? And then I pull off to the side, and he just keeps driving.
But do you know what? Can I defend him? You got tattoos on your head, and you look like a very tough guy. I might not have stopped either.
Brandon, you know, it's
Dude,
all
he's
facade.
I know, man.
But it's
he's
still
gonna lose his job for sure. That guy is.
Yeah.
What do you do now? Is your car? Is it a truck? Car? What are we talking about here?
It's a truck.
It's jacked
it's
up?
The craziest. I'm having a bad run with my cars. Somebody sideswiped my fucking Porsche the other day, and then tried to say I rear-ended them. Then I had to have this, show photographic proof. And I'm like, okay, if I rear-ended him, why is the side of my car trash? Because that doesn't make any sense. So then I don't have to pay for it, but still, my car, it's the most expensive thing I've ever owned in my life. It's now hurt.
What kind of Porsche are we talking about?
A Turbo 911.
Oh man,
I drive a Passat turbo diesel, and I
Do you really?
nicked my. I know.
Do you really? It's sad.
All
isn't
my
it?
friends.
Sad.
It's like people who buy those
I'm
cars,
not into cars.
are trying to tell you something.
I'm
Right? What are you trying to tell me?
I'm just not into cars. Rogan makes fun of all my friends.
He's not
make fun of
into
me.
cars, but he has to tell you that he's not into cars by buying a steaming bag of shit. I get it. It's like that. It's like rich Hollywood, the guys that run the deal, not the actor guy, the guy that owns it all. He's in a Prius because look, do we really need to destroy the world? I mean, I've got it all. I've got everything, and this car's okay to me. So now look at you with your fucking engine car, you shithead. You're broke, unsuccessful, and you're killing the world. Like, fucking get off me, you rich twat.
I used to drive a Prius, a Barcelona red. I insisted on having red. The guy, even the guy was like, just get black. I was like, nope, I want it Barcelona red. I
You
insisted.
could have a matte something, because matte is for assholes. But if you have a matte paint job on a Prius, then then it's very obvious. You're like, hey man, fucking save the world, fuck it. You don't really
Still
care.
trying to look
You're being
inside.
funny. You're amusing
I
everybody.
swear to God, I do it only for one reason, just because I don't like. I'm too lazy to get out of my car for gas. That's how lazy I am.
Are you ready for this? You're gonna hate on me for this. So I have my M6, right? Which is my car.
Have you what?
M6 BMW.
Yeah.
M6.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then
Pretty rich for a fighter, huh?
Yeah, he is. He does
Not
well.
really. You're just like that single guy that the most important thing in your life. I get it. I have a reputation as well.
Let's hear this.
I got to have an amazing car and an amazing house and no money in the bank at all.
Well, that's not me. I'm doing pretty well. I did just buy a place.
He does
Anyways.
well. He does well.
So I have the M6, but I drive so much. You're going to hate on this. I bought a Prius just in camp, to drive in camp. But ready for this? When I get into it, me and Rogan talked about this, it bums me out, man. I shouldn't have done it.
But why did you do it?
Just because I drive so much, man. I drive so much. I thought,
oh, fuck
you know
off.
what I'm saying?
You're saving like $10. If you're as well off as he says you are, fuck $10.
It's true.
Well, what is your car?
$20.
What car should I get as a man? Give me 3 cars.
You're a fit guy. You don't. I feel like you're older, like my crew kind of thing. So you can roll with like muscle cars and shit.
Cadillac,
man.
maybe, or
a Cadillac's casual as hell. Not a new one.
no.
No.
Old school. What about one of those CTV?
You mean like a Cadillac car, like a normal, the new car? You
like
fucking
an Eldorado?
have the worst tasting
Horrible.
cars
Horrible.
ever, dude, ever.
You know what I like about
That's
Ellis?
where he was going on it, huh? Like, we better the
This is what I like
boxy
about-
new Cadillac. man.
I thought about you a lot. This is what I like about Ellis. Ellis is a guy who's wild and out of his mind, but he's also insanely disciplined, like you can tell. Like
I don't.
you are.
No,
And very smart.
especially with him in the room. No, I'm not. I've had one MMA fight in my life, and it was the worst experience
Doesn't
ever.
matter.
Just the cutting weight. I'm not. I don't.
You
think
still
it's a
did
go-
it, and you did it to the best of your
Undefeated.
ability.
Undefeated. What? Undefeated.
you won.
Only guy undefeated in the
One fight,
room.
Baby. One fight.
What's the first thing you do in a street fight in a bar? Headbutt?
Double leg.
Double leg?
Yeah.
You're going to go to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you don't, I feel like.
What about if he has friends?
Okay, that's different. Then I'm going for chin shots all the way around.
For sure.
But that to me means I'm probably gonna die. You know what I mean? If there's a lot of guys, I'm pretty tough.
Well, I'll
if you don't know how to fight,
I was telling the story before you came in here. I was at the
swing.
movie theaters, and homeboy was on his cell phone,
Yeah.
like this, lifting it up in front of me.
Yeah.
And I go, bro, off your phone. Big dude with like 6 guys.
Yeah.
And I'm all shit. Puts his phone down. I'm like, oh, thank God. 10 minutes later, lifts it back up. I go, oh. And the people behind me are like, dude, what the? Like, I'm like, dude, someone say, all right, I better say something. So I go, bro, off your fucking phone. Loud. People are clapping. Puts his phone down. Flips me the old bird. I'm like, oh, hell no. Because I don't know why that makes you so mad.
That made you mad.
Oh, I was like,
it's because he's-
hell no. I'm in the purge tube and waiting 2 months to see this. You know what I'm saying? Flips me the bird. And I was telling Brian, I was like, dude, I couldn't enjoy the rest of the movie because he's with like 6 dudes. I'm like,
So you're
how am I
thinking
going to deal with this?
You're going to have to start stretching. Getting
For
warmed up.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
6 dudes.
I like
Not going to the ground.
I like hearing that you are like, oh shit. I didn't even know. I mean, I figure if
got a
he's
little
saying,
nervous.
oh shit,
Yeah.
then there's a lot of people there that are looking to kick your ass. Like, I just talked about that yesterday on my show. That some guy, I went to a Muay Thai fight this weekend with my kids and my girlfriend, and some guy was drunk next to me with his girlfriend and like with a big blue jacket on. I kept thinking my line was, "Hey, Blueberry, shut the fuck up."
You thought about the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
'cause I was
Hey,
gonna hit him-
Blueberry.
I hit you 2 times. I hit you in your mind, and then I
Yeah,
hit
I'm
you in
with
your
you.
face. So
Great.
right when he goes, wait, Blueberry, I'm like, bang!
Boom. Ooh, I like that.
But
good.
but I'm thinking, he already said he had a beard. He's like, hey, Johnny man, Johnny Bill, you know what I mean, fucking Freddie, and he's saying hello to all these other people around, and some of them are fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, you're kind of tough, but not in the fight world. You're a big pansy. So
Yeah.
you punch that guy. I'm pretty sure I could get his friend he was talking to. I felt like those dudes would be dropped really fast, but
Right.
which meant that somebody good is gonna kill me. More to the point, my kids are gonna watch.
For your
Well,
kids
well,
to
I was-
see it.
So I just took it. He did it all night.
Really? You just
He had
took it?
At one point, he had a beer and he waved it, and my son was on my lap, and it was right near my
Damn,
5-year-old
bro.
son's face.
Really?
I was like,
Sometimes
I'm surprised you didn't freak out on
sometimes
him.
what am I
maybe you
going to
were
do
smart.
if I tell him to shut the fuck up?
Then you got a situation
I
in
knew
hands.
he was drunk enough to go, oh yeah, well, fucking
What are you
blah,
gonna
blah, blah.
do?
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm
oh
with
God.
you.
So now I'm going to have a fist fight.
Almost avoid. You
got your kids.
man.
The only thing that went through my mind was, all right, let's say I whoop this dude's ass and it gets out, his friends tweet it out, YouTube it, whatever. There's a chance I could get fired. The UFC's gonna be like,
100%.
bro, what are you
100%.
doing? You know what I'm
You got to
saying?
be smart.
Not
The bigger
worth
you
it.
get, especially you're in the same position as me, I think. Your fight career got bigger, and there's another level
Oh,
that
yeah.
is to come for you.
Yep.
to me, my radio show got way bigger, and now it is very apparent to me that there's another level. This is where it starts. I was telling my therapist yesterday, this is the correct way you do when you get married. When you get married, people think the day you get married, you've pulled it off. The day you get married is the day that the work starts.
Yep.
That's how. If you don't think about it that way, then you're destined to fail.
That's right.
That's what I say to whenever anyone asks me to talk to UFC guys, especially when they first get there. I'm like, especially on the Ultimate Fighter, guys who come off the Ultimate Fighter, especially if you make it to the finale, you're in a contract, bro. You haven't done anything. It just starts. Now the work starts.
Right.
You were literally trying out to jump into the octagon.
Now
you haven't done shit. Now you're in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Now the fun starts for you. Now you got a ride to go on. Yeah.
Especially when you're at the top and you got 5 or 6 murderers, top of the food chain waiting to take. Like I think about Chris Weidman. He can't sleep. You know?
When's the last time you've been in a street fight?
Street fight.
Because a lot of people aren't going to mess with you just because of the way you look.
I was going to say
100%. I wouldn't.
That was the point.
Like if you have a tattoo on your neck, you're gonna be a little reckless. You're gonna bite my neck.
Yeah.
We go to the ground. You're gonna bite my neck.
Could be a face biter. And probably is. Got gold teeth.
I think
probably is.
Somebody that bites neck versus you with jiu-jitsu, does that really... Because I think that. I had to choke a guy in a real fight. You know what? I think the last fight I was ever in, I was married and a guy had taken too many drugs and he was trying to beat up everybody on this island that we were on, and there was only 30 people on the island.
Wow.
And my ex at the time really hated that I was doing any MMA and all that, but it was right after my fight, so...
You're feeling good.
I knew enough jiu-jitsu. If you didn't know any...
Screwed.
I would get you.
Super screwed.
So this guy was a pretty big dude. He's actually a really big famous surfer, and he had a lot of problems with drugs and alcohol, and he got kind of crazy, and he was trying to beat up his team manager, which is a friend of mine. So then I'm hanging out. I was actually sober at that point completely, so I'm hanging out on the island by myself, and then they all come over and say, "Hey, man, shit is getting really out of control. Is there any way?" Yeah, and then the biggest one to me was my wife at the time said, "Look, I'm giving you permission to do this. I'd rather you didn't punch him. If you can just sort of choke him out or something." I'm like, I could choke him out or something.
Like your Hoist Gracie.
That whole time I ever did any of that was all bullshit, and it was all for fucking idiots. Like, choke him out. Now you're saying that I own a choke that I
get him, babe. Get him, babe.
Yeah.
And people who don't fight think it's that easy too. They're like, "Can you go over there and take that giant surfer who's obviously on drugs and has chimpanzee strength because of the drugs to choke him out?" You might lose an eye.
So you roll up to the guy. How'd this go down?
I roll up to the guy, and I think there's like 3 people that have the balls to walk behind me. The rest of the crowd stay away. But they're in an ear's distance, and then he comes up the fucking... There's like a concrete path that's on the beach, and he's got a bottle in his hand. Ugh. And I'm like, fuck,
Wild
man.
card.
Like, hey, Ellis, do you want to go fight this guy with a bottle? What?
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything. And as soon as he walks towards you, I'm going to try... I'm like... Not trying to fight him, I'm trying to rationalize with him. And he's like, "You want to fucking go, do you? Do you want to fucking go?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't want to go. You're just freaking out everyone on the island, and you've got to calm down. You're scaring the shit out of people, man." Like,
you're trying to be cool.
I'm trying to be cool with him. And then his fucking friend grabs the bottle out of his hand. It rips the bottle out of his hand, and he just turns around and punches his buddy in the head.
Damn.
Boom.
With the bottle.
No, he got the dude got the bottle out. So then, right as he punches the dude, I grab him and I just held his hands behind his back, like kind of like just lifted his wrist behind him, and I was like, "Dude, fucking don't do it, man." I'm like, "And don't hit your friend, you fucking idiot." And I'm like, "Forget about that." He's like, "Did you do that?" I'm like, "I didn't. Dude, you're so wasted. Nobody's doing anything."
What kind of drugs was he on? Do you know?
There was like painkillers and then the Ambien thing to make you stay awake. So he hadn't slept and he was drinking a lot, so he was kind of
hallucinating.
That would do it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So then I'm just holding his wrist and he spins out of it, and I wasn't really holding, and then he stands in front of me. I'm like, "Dude, don't do it." And he just a massive right hook for
you saw it for
fuck
days.
Yeah. So I just went under it, and when I came up, he'd already turned around. Because he threw it so hard, he was already facing the other way. So I just got on him, and I actually took him off the sidewalk and put him on the sand. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so you didn't hurt him.
You're a good dude, man.
I over to the sand. I was like, "Dude, don't do it. Please don't do it." And then he started like biting my hands. He tried to punch me in the head, and I was like, "Fuck." And then I'm like, "Wait." I've never had a dude tap out.
Were you like,
I've
can
never
I
had a
kill-
dude that doesn't.
Were you thinking, am I going to kill him?
I think I was this arm underneath. I remember thinking I choked him enough where he didn't know anything. He wasn't trying to defend or anything. So then I'm like, shit. I grabbed his arm and just started choking him with the other arm to feel if his arm went floppy.
Yeah.
And then right when I grabbed his wrist, he started snoring, and I went, oh shit. Oh. And then I rolled over in the sand and I dug a little hole for his face so he could breathe in a little sand.
Nicest guy ever.
I tried out, dude. I like the guy.
Ever.
And then he wakes up, and that's when he starts trying to full on.
I was going to say, then
my
it's
hands,
on.
like full.
Really?
Yeah. So then I fucking just one arm choked him out again, and he woke up and started doing it again, and I was like, dude, you're gonna fucking die. Stop. And then I did a little choke, and then off, and then a little choke, so he didn't go out, but he felt it.
Yeah.
Like he felt that he was losing consciousness. So that made him wake up enough, and then he was like, all right. All of a sudden, all right. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, I'm cool. We're cool.
Where were his hands? Where were his hands at this point? I would have tied him
under
with
his.
socks.
No, he didn't. I had him.
You had him down.
I was like, my chin was on his head.
Yeah.
He couldn't move.
You were like the hero on that island.
But then there was a lot of people around, and then there was a doctor on the island that had to feed him Valiums, I believe.
Yeah.
Everyone was looking to.
That's when you want a syringe full of anesthesia.
Yeah.
You know
What's
what
that
I mean?
thing? They wanted to tranquilize the beast. It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
And
A tranquilizer gun is excellent for
he tried to
a-hole.
bite the doctor's hands.
Oh, no.
Damn, this
So then
dude's
I had
on
to
another level.
I had to like hold his fucking head and beg with him. I'm like, shoot me, man! Fucking take that pill. Let's get out of here, brother. Come on, man, fill me. Fucking until he like, and then when he ate them, I remember him going like, I'm like, oh my god, dude.
By the way, I like that you
guy's
asked.
a
I like that you
monster.
asked
He's a
Jason.
monster.
I like that you asked Jason when last time he was in a fight, and Jason kind of hesitates, and I thought it was going to be like a little story, like a little thing. And it's
Legit
a great story.
No, he has
That's a
great
legit-
story.
But that was a long time ago. I haven't had
Valium
another fight
chopping.
since.
No.
I don't street fight.
Never.
No.
Never.
I walk away or run
dumbest
away
thing in
or
the world.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing in the world.
Never.
I was at the Comedy Store. I see a bunch of guys running this way. I go into the main room of the Comedy Store, and I see a large man, African American gentleman, skipping towards me, and I go and I turn and I see this giant corn-fed Nebraska kid go, "What's up, bro?" I remember he had a puka necklace on, and I was like, "That's a giant,
bad idea.
That's a giant man."
Hard not to make fun of that guy.
And I would have only the giant corn-fed puka guy with the spiked blonde hair literally grabbed him, tackled him like with his chest, grabbed him, picked him up, and slammed him on the ground. The guy turns over, he grabs him, and goes, "You're under arrest."
Oh, undercover
Now,
cop?
It wasn't. He was a bouncer over at the Saddle Bar. This guy was passing counterfeit hundreds.
Oh.
So he's got him and he's trying, but the guy's so big. So I just jump on the guy. I jump on the guy and I go, "Stay still."
Yeah.
And the guy goes, now the guy thinks I'm a cop. So I go, "Don't you move your hands." So I'm on top of him. And I'm not kidding. He was a raft. It was like getting
You're
on
going for a ride.
raft. Well, I realized that even though I had his arms behind his back, I'm not doing. If he wants to start bucking me like a bronc, I'm done. He could just start moving his ass and I'd fly off. The guy who holds me goes, the corn-fed guy goes, "Bro, you on Comedy Central?" And I go, and the guy's trying to turn around and look, and he goes, "Matt TV, right?" Now I don't want him to know that I'm on TV. I go, no. And he goes, "Yeah, I know. So he's recognizing me and the guy's turning around. Now, the guy, I look at him, I go, "Bro, you got to help me with this," because the guy starts to go, "This isn't a cop. I want to get off." So he goes, "Oh yeah," he jumps on him. He goes, stay there." I get up and leave because you can get sued for this kind of stuff. The cops come. Everybody now, all the comics are there at the Comedy Store, and now the story comes out. So the guy, the corn-fed guy, goes, "No, man, I'm just here holding him down." Actually, the comedian, the guy
Jumped
from Mad
on him.
TV, jumped on him, tackled him, brought him down, and he gave me all the credit because he didn't want to get sued. All the comedians hear that Brian jiu-jitsu'd this giant dude, this giant
Your
counterfeiter.
street cred went up.
Dude, I came to the Comedy Store the next day, and they were like, "Dude, I heard. Then here's how the story got completely skewed. I heard you tackled this dude, this giant guy, put him in a jiu-jitsu hold, and he recognized you from Mad TV, and he was like making nice, but you held him until the cops got there. And you know what I did? I went.
You went with it for sure.
I went. Well, it got a little hairy, and that's all I said. And
you should have slapped somebody in the crowd that night
for sure.
Well, to this day,
what'd you say, motherfucker? Bam!
Exactly.
You better shut the fuck up.
To this day, everybody thinks I'm a badass. They all
like, man, he really is psychotic. Yeah.
He is super tough.
Yeah.
It's great. Just smack him with an open hand.
People ask me all the time if I've been in street fights or if guys try to test me. Never.
You're too big.
No, it's not, man. Because some big dudes have that issue. When they go out, guys want to test the big guy, right? It's the vibe you give off.
Yeah, I was going to say, because but there's like a look that you can give somebody.
For sure, man.
People, the toughest people in the world to me are people that have got out of jail recently. And even those people to me, maybe they've seen tougher shit than me for sure, but I'm not. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like if I'm by myself and you like try to vibe me out because you got out of jail yesterday, I don't fucking care. Like you think you're gonna stab me, I'll stab you if you really want to go there. I live in that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just a second off being a complete nutcase.
Yeah.
I don't go there, but I feel like people that ever test my eyes for that.
Yeah.
Because somebody walked into fucking Von's at some Rite Aid. And he was fucking as big as you, all tattoos and straight up teardrops on his face.
Tough.
And I was just, I was a little high waiting to get some fucking gum or something. He comes walking in and like stares at me and I stare at him. And then he keeps looking at me and I keep looking at him. And then I'm like, oh, we're staring off. And then my head went up and I went. And I just smiled. And then I realized we walked off and I went, that might have been a little too much.
I wish the story.
I had to go full bore because of how hard he was. I was like, man, this is a fucking big one. I'm going full. Like,
I think it would have been funny if he leans in for a kiss and you realize he's actually attracted to you. You got tattoos too.
Well, I completely misread him if that was the case.
Well, he probably figured you got out of jail. You were a white supremacist.
But I didn't. I'm from Sandringham. Like, I'm a vag.
When were you like, you know what? Forget this. I'm getting tatted on my head.
I always wanted to. I just had a wife that wouldn't let me do it.
This is the same wife that hated on your jiu-jitsu and MMA career?
Yeah, hated on my jiu-jitsu. Look, she was pregnant for both my professional fights that I had, like the real ones.
Yeah.
Pregnant with my daughter for the boxing fight, pregnant with my son for the MMA fight. So I kind of think she had that.
How long did you box for?
Well, I'd been training MMA for 3 years, and then I met Justin Fortune, and then 3 months later, I had my first amateur boxing fight, and then one pro one with Justin.
I started with Justin, you know that? Fortune.
You did? Oh, no, you told me that. Yeah. You know, I won't tell you. He got sick, but he's doing better.
I know.
Okay,
he's doing way better.
I actually called him because we hadn't been friends.
Oh, really?
And I called him. I texted him and
I'm going to text him when we leave here.
I'm like, fuck all that other shit, man.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and he was like, doesn't even matter, and then called me straight away, and we caught up immediately.
Dang.
So I was good. I love that guy. He told
Crazy.
me shit that. In MMA, I boxed. Kit Cope taught me some Muay Thai and stuff, and I used to train at Quest, and those dudes are really wrestling orientated. So if you learn anything with your hands, you could kind of keep people away.
Yeah.
But once you fell over, you would never get up with those dudes. But Kit taught me okay hands, and then when I saw Justin, I immediately found out that this might be the most natural thing that I've ever been good at. Like, I think skateboarding.
I was going to ask you about that. So in other words,
I was like, oh,
throwing your hands.
Yeah, my hand, because my feet, I think are I'm not fast. I don't have good footwork, and I'm like, I don't stand on my toes enough. I'm like flat-footed at times, especially when I gas out. So, but I sit down on my punches because of that. So they're hard, and I have like a log head for how heavy I am. So that's. In amateurs,
what did you fight?
That was a good technique.
I figured you'd have good footwork because of skateboarding.
I mean, I pivot good. Like, I punch really good with my hips. I think that's where I get my power from pumping all those years in skateboarding. Because I don't have big arms. I just have big legs.
Yeah.
So Justin was always saying that's where you get your power from. So I was never really
sitting down on your punches, legs. Sitting down.
And then Justin teaches you a certain way that was more made for me. You know, I mean, it wasn't about
straight
angles. No, it was just punch.
Like,
he's
all about power.
Yeah, like I just came at you with I think even my jab, like he made my jabs. He was like, "Nah, fuck that shit. Every jab has to be a killer. Like fucking jump start,
make him pay for it."
Yeah.
Yep. Justin, what's weird?
He's a mean guy.
When I
a lovable guy.
Exactly. When before I went in there, everyone was like, "Dude, be careful with Justin. Like he's a great coach, but he's tough, man. Not everyone gets along with him." You know, so I'm like, "Shit." I walk in there.
If you love boxing, if you love training there, he loves you.
Yeah,
it's just people that come in and they're like, "I fucking did this, I did that," and then if you don't show up the next day or you show up late, hey man, fuck. That's when he's like, "Fuck you, man. You're nobody."
No, me and him got along great.
I bet because you go hard, dude. That's what he cares about.
We got along great.
Where is his gym?
It's on Sunset.
Hollywood,
Fortune's Boxing.
Fortune Boxing.
He's training Pac-Man.
Yeah, he was
next fight.
He was in Pac's corner last fight.
Wow.
They did have a falling out, him and Freddie Roach. And they got
all
back
of them
together.
did. They're all back together. It's awesome.
The gang is back. If you watch the countdown, the 24/7, Justin was on that. That's where you'd recognize him from.
I'm telling you, man, I'm not that good of a boxer, but if I box with Justin for 2 weeks, if you get punched by me, I don't care who you are getting knocked out. He makes everything way harder. I can tell after doing it with him that I have a different sound.
Yeah.
The thing I took away from Justin was make it count. Like, just don't throw a punch to throw it. If you're going to throw it, make it count.
I used to spar him. He knocked me out of the ring one time. I didn't know.
He has that crazy, like, whipping left hook, right?
I blew his bicep out doing that.
Really?
He fucking had me in the corner just whipping him into my body over and over again, and I was trying to pick him off, and then instead of picking it off, I faked and I threw another one at him, and both our elbows hit.
Oh, man.
His fucking bicep torso. He has the, you know, when their bicep looks like it's missing.
Yeah, it's like
It's
like straight and moves
He
up.
has them on both sides now.
Damn.
One of them thanks to my stupid ass.
Attractive. What did you?
Looks good on him.
What did you fight? What weight did you fight at?
In boxing, I think I was not middleweight. I was heavier than that. I think I fought at 190.
Is that hard for you to get down, or is that?
No, that wasn't a task. It was the middleweight thing that was.
Yeah,
it was a different game.
Did you hire an actual coach to cut down?
No, it was because Ryan Parsons. He was trying to.
I know Ryan very well. That's who San Jose. I'm cornering Pat Cummins with Ryan this weekend. Yeah.
Right. So he was the guy that taught me all the wrestling I ever knew, and he was always really encouraging. And then Justin. There was an argument with the MMA guy and the boxing guy where Justin was like, he's from Australia. He didn't wrestle when he was a kid. He can't fucking cut 15 pounds the day before the fight. He's not going to do that. Trust me, it'll be fine. So wrestle guys are trying to fatten me up before the fight, and boxer guy. And at the end of the day, I knew who was going to be in my corner, even though I was completely wrong, it turned out. But I just knew I had to make sense of which one sounded better to me.
You got to pick one.
And I thought, I can't cut weight like you guys. I can't do that wrestle thing where those guys.
But do you think if you had started at 20 and if I introduced fighting and skateboarding at 16 years old, would you have been a fighter before you were a skater?
Yeah.
You would have, huh?
Yeah. No, I'm so bummed because I feel like I don't think I would have been the best fighter in the world.
You would have been good though.
I just think that I watch it and I know who the boss is and I know what he wants. The crowd, feed the crowd, but feed Dana and feed the crowd and don't even get a belt. Just fight, motherfucker.
You'd be like Leonard Garcia. You just throw caution to the wind and just go. Fan favorite, win one, lose two. Win two, lose one.
Yeah.
You'd be exciting no matter what.
Which by now would mean that I would be like Pat Barry at best, which means I'd be like,
he doesn't have a job right now. He doesn't have a job right now.
Exactly. This would be if I really played my career really well in MMA, this would be around the time, or maybe it was 4 or 5 years ago where Dana was saying, look, man, this is your last shot. I can't let you go back out there and keep doing this to yourself. You know what I mean? Like a shitty Chuck Liddell kind of deal. Like, I love you, kid. You know what I mean? But fucking,
I love you, man. But
this is it.
You gotta win.
Enough is enough. People tweet, "Hey, Dana, can't you get Jason Ellis to retire?" I mean, Jesus. One more, motherfucker.
One more.
I felt that way.
Brain damage.
Yeah. I worried always with Chris Lieben. That was the same thing. He had such a wide head. He could take such punishment. But man.
It doesn't mean it's not going in there.
Yeah. It just means he's not falling down, but he's jacked up, man. It's not good. Sometimes those guys with the really, really good chin, it's not good because they're going to suffer later in life.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's more apparent than ever to me that because I remember when I first started, because skateboarding, you break your arms and shit, and I've been knocked out tons of times.
Skateboarding is rough, man.
It's not that scary to the point where it was very easy for me to turn into the Neanderthal, where you get hit and you're like, "Shh, good for you, man."
Yep.
now I'm so old. Like if I get, and I'm like, I go like that because it's bred in my stupid white trash veins to do that. Like, yeah, good for you, man. But now I go, yeah, good for you, man. Fuck, that's brain damage, man. You might remember your kid's name. You're fucking crazy.
Because you start thinking long term.
Yeah. Yep. I'm doing that right now when I'm fucking still dodging punches. Fuck, brain damage, children.
That's it. That's it. That's natural to start thinking long term.
So when you started skating, you knew right away it was for you? Like you jumped on skateboard and you're like, this is it. Because like you said, you know how when you do something, like for me, jiu-jitsu, as soon as I jumped on the mat, I was like, this is it. This is dope. I was definitely meant to do this.
I wasn't good at it. I was really bad.
At skateboarding?
Yeah. I wasn't very athletical. I think skateboarding made me an athlete. My two twin brothers got me into skateboarding. One of them was fat and the other one was obese. And they were better than me for maybe 2 or 3 years. But it was something, I fell in love with it. Like, I'm 42. I've seen a lot of people have passions for shit. I fell in love with skateboarding on a level that I guess Anderson Silva loves MMA as much as I love skateboarding. I could not stop.
You did it every day.
Thinking about it. Every time I got mashed potatoes for dinner, I made a half pipe out of it, and I did invisible tricks in it.
Wow,
all day.
That obsession.
You still have the passion for it now, or no?
Nah,
not at all.
When did it leave you?
When did it leave me?
When you felt the mystery was over?
When my talent left me.
Yeah.
And my talent left me because I stopped putting in the work.
Yeah.
Which probably meant that I stopped loving it as much without even realizing it. Yeah. I'm just one of those people that wants to do everything, and I bled it, man. I was really past my time, and I was still out there just to see if I could possibly get it back to the point where it was embarrassing.
Well, your radio show is really successful, and I see it getting a lot more successful. What else do you want to do that you haven't done? Because you're an intense dude. Driver. You do?
Yeah, big time.
What type are we talking?
Off-road short course. Those Lucas Oil off-road series.
Yeah.
They're like 800 horses.
Yeah.
Fucking
those are
two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive ones. There's like two.
Basically, you're an adrenaline junkie.
I don't.
Right?
No.
Or is it the
I don't want to fucking...
Because I would never do that. I would never do that.
It's the ultimate victory. Dude, fighting is the ultimate victory.
Yeah.
I was in skateboard contests where there was head-to-head, and I was like, I loved it because it was me and this dude. One of us is getting bumped out and going up another bracket. I was way more into it when they did it that way. Because it's one-on-one competition. But the fight thing where you're like, in fucking 8 weeks from now, I will see you in the middle of this thing.
And anything goes.
I mean, I had tons of street fights when I was a kid. I lost most of them, but I've never had I'll see you in 6 weeks. Trust me, I'm going to be training. Oh, yeah? I'm training. Look at me train. I'm like, okay, well, look at me train. Like, we're really calling each other out here.
Nerve-wracking.
Like the first weigh-in where this guy I don't know who's staring at me.
But that's because there are no excuses. It's the best.
Like, come on.
It's the best you can do. Because hey, in 8 weeks, you're going to see the best I can be. I'm going to give it my all. And if you lose, then you're pretty naked. I mean, literally.
See, that's what race car is. Your body can be old, but if you're mentally sharp,
you get the machine.
You can get the machine to do it for you. So you're like a robot fighter.
Is there money in it?
If you're at the top, yeah. No, my plan would be because I believe that if I practice enough, that I can be in the top 5 for sure. But practice to get as good as them costs a lot of money. So my plan is, my channel's coming out soon and all that other stuff, and then I'm going to make a lot of money, and then it's just going to be Wolf Knife Racing, and I'm going to be there with a bunch of bimbos dancing around on stripper poles, and people can come sign autographs, and I'm just going to race and get 10th and have a huge bunch of people there.
I'm going to race and get 10th.
You're doing way better. You got fucking 29th last week. You know what I mean? Like
that. Just get 10th.
Oh, no, I'll have the biggest party in the pits for getting 11th or something. Like fucking people carrying me around, champagne around. Woo! I'm coming for you, 9th. Coming for you.
Shake and bake.
I'm coming
Shake
for
and
you,
bake.
9th.
Start calling out people.
That's so awesome. I think that's the whole point. Like, I box. It has nothing to do with ever like boxing. It's just getting in there and just getting hit in the face sometimes to remind myself how tough I'm not, or just kind of getting better at something. It doesn't matter what it is. I like getting better at something.
You got to get a friend like your shithead guy over here who's really good, but so good that they don't inflict real bad damage on you. Yeah. Because I have a friend now, trainer guy, Eddie Jackson, and he does like 5 or 6 rounds with me kickboxing, but he doesn't. Because I'm
he's not going to go full.
actually go hard yet until I'm off the pills. For the heart surgery thing. I've only got like 2 weeks left, and then I'm completely done. I can just go back to being a full moron.
Well, I trained with Wayne McCullough, who was a world champion, so I spar.
Yeah, so he doesn't. Yeah, if he gets an opening, he doesn't crack you with it. Yeah,
no.
That's my new thing. That's my highlight of my life because I can't train that hard. I've been doing spin kicks because I can't do spin kicks. I don't do spin shit. I fucking stand and bang. That's my style.
Stand and bang.
But now I
real banger.
I'm a moron.
Real banger.
Yeah, I live up to like I'm a wannabe tough guy, you know, like, and I roll with it all the time.
So am I.
Fucking man, if I was good, I'd be awesome. You know,
Always
like,
been that
whatever.
way. Me too.
But look, if we spar, you punch me and be like, hey, he looked like he did all right. I'll crack this motherfucker and see what's up with that, and I'll go. And you're like, hey, check out that radio guy. He fucking fixes stuff.
No, I like it, man. I like it.
Well, Brennan won't teach. I mean, if I ask him questions, he kind of looks at me and goes, I'm not answering your question.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Is he thirsty for knowledge?
Super thirsty.
I can't hate that.
No, not at all. But when it comes to boxing, it's like, come on, bro. Ask your trainer.
I know,
You're not taking if you were getting ready for a fight, yeah, I got
You're
you,
my
man.
friend. You're supposed to be like, hey, Brian.
You know,
I did help you.
No, you didn't.
Someone go to the body.
No, you didn't.
My
Did you say to him, no, you didn't help me at all? Okay.
You get hit to the body, he kept dropping his hand like this.
Don't blame him,
He kept
though.
doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to get punched right in the face.
Yeah.
Brian, hands up. Bend at the, yes, bend. There we go. That's the only word of
He didn't
advice.
teach you that.
Huh?
He didn't teach you that.
Teach me.
I didn't teach him shit. Nothing.
You
know,
don't care about me.
I want to see him get beat up. That's why.
You did fight at Alice Mania. I can organize that.
Ooh, I'd love that.
In a friendly way. Nobody dies.
Yeah,
there,
I'd love that.
I organize a
Those
fight.
days
Do you know
are
who
so
Brian Deegan is and Dave Mirra? You ever heard of those two guys?
Dave Murray, yeah.
Dave Mirra, BMX
Yeah.
gold medal X Games dude.
Big
and then
deal.
Brian Deegan's freestyle moto X Games winner, big deal. So they had a rivalry a long time ago, 10 years ago. So I arranged for them to box each other, and they fucking trained like full camp, full.
How many weeks?
Oh, they went like the full 6 weeks with legit coaches because they got money.
Yeah.
So Dave came down here and trained with Fortune, and he turned into the most insane
Little beast.
He just couldn't stop asking me fucking questions. It would drive me insane. He's like, man, my calves are sore. And I'm like, oh yeah, why is that? He's like, I jogged for 3 miles last night on my toes just to get my footwork going. You know, like to be. And I'm like, oh my god, is that bad? Was that a bad idea? Do you think that's a bad idea? I'm like,
dude,
stop.
Exhausting.
Yeah, insane people.
Yeah.
He lost, but he won.
Have you that street? We had that Nigel Houston. You were talking about that little badass. Yeah. That street league.
Yeah, I watch it now. It's funny. I hate skateboarding, and now I'm starting to watch it again.
Because of that street league.
That, and I finally let go of not being good anymore.
I was that way with football.
Really
You know what that is? That's letting go of some like a piece of your immortality. The idea that you're getting older and that there's another phase. That's really hard. I was thinking about that. When you have to actually say, I'm not good at that anymore, and it used to define me. It's a form of a death. Like part of you died.
Yep, I agree.
And it's hard to let go of that.
I was the same way with football. For a
You'll
while,
be the same way with
football.
fighting when it's over. We all have to go through that. We all go through that.
Yep.
And and actually how you embrace that and how you navigate that is a huge part of your growth or your retardation, you know.
Yeah, you've got to replace it with something else. That's why I'm ready. You know, like I got MMA, the first real blow, like when I really retired from competing, MMA, all day, 2 days. I was in there 2 days at Team Quest, and Henderson and those guys. You want to train with the team? I'm like, yep. No idea what I'm doing. Fucking grabbing onto Sokoju and all those dudes, and just going flying against the wall and not having it. I'm like, man, you guys are crazy.
Yeah,
you kicked me in the face. Why would you do that? Like,
because you have to replace it with something.
Yeah, no, that was the
they took it easy
part.
on you, or were you getting beat up pretty?
Most of the time they took it easy. Sokoju's the only person that lost his cool, and I didn't understand because this is before I really knew, and I was throwing harder because I was trying to go fast because he's so fast, and I didn't know how to pull back.
He's known for being rough in the gym. He trains with us at Rain. He's known for
Okay, so I've probably been training for about 6 months, and but I'd been kickboxing a bit. So we're standing up. We're not wrestling, and he keeps throwing those front kicks in the chest, and I don't know. I stopped like putting my forearms in front of it enough to drop him, so he goes fakes a front kick and then goes up top, hits me in the face. So he kicked me in the face, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy that guy. I would have thought that must have got the foot more than his shin.
Yeah.
So then we keep sparring, and he front kick, and I'm like, God damn, that thing's fucking annoying. And I mean, I can't even touch him. And he's beating me up all over the place. And then again, he does it again so hard that my face hits the ground before my fucking feet.
Damn.
And I go, whoa, man, like, what's that? And he's like, you tried to knock me out, I tried to knock you out. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm a fucking
an amateur.
skateboarder. Yeah, like I'm trying to touch your face with my hands. It's fucking all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. Like,
I'm an amateur.
You fucking
I'm trying
maniac.
to touch my hands with your face, man. What are you doing?
That's scary.
I remember,
That
thinking,
sucks, man. That sucks. That's not cool.
I'm glad
That's
I got
not
the
cool.
information after. Like, if you had told me in the middle of it, I'm looking to knock you out, that would have been I would have shown a whole
game.
different style.
Different game.
It would have been like, I didn't know that.
I'll
that
break
was
out my kung fu.
Yeah.
Did anyone say anything afterwards? Were you like, bro,
Fuck
did anyone
no,
say,
I
could
said
you knock
something-
me senseless?
I think I told somebody, and they were like, yeah, Terry will do that. And I'm like,
That's
Terry
it.
will do
No one
that?
cares,
That's not
right?
fair.
Yeah, that's not safe. How about that? The guys.
No, we'll have guys come in our gym, new guys. I won't mention names, but they'll go hard against like amateurs or guys who are just, they're just guys. They freaking got off work at Chipotle and came to the sparring
Yeah.
session. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these pros that go hard with them, like knock them out or drop them body shots. Once our top dogs see that guy's getting jacked up, man.
He is, huh?
Good.
We don't tolerate that shit.
Yeah.
Most good gyms don't, man.
No.
Wild card,
reason
they are
They're
for it.
notoriously known for that.
Especially if you think I love how I got dropped as the MMA fighter when I was training there. They all assumed because I had a good coach and my boxing was sloppy that I was an MMA fighter who was, like trying to sharpen his hands.
Then they don't like you.
Yeah, but I didn't know that until I'd fought like 5 or 6 guys, and someone said, "Oh fuck, man, we thought you were a pro MMA fighter. We're trying to get my boys to knock you out." Because I really did notice that there's the first 3 guys I got. We touched gloves, and I'm like not even moving fast yet.
Yeah, it's on.
And he just fucking went bam, like straight right hand, like full speed. My fucking jaw went around my neck, and I go, "What?
Yeah, man.
I'm like, that's fast." And then one guy, he had white gloves on, and I bled so much that he said, he's like, fucking time out. What the fuck, man? Look at my gloves. And then the trainer goes, there's no fucking timeouts in boxing, motherfucker. Like, you got blood on your gloves. That's what happens in fighting. Get the fuck back in there. And then the guy goes, fuck you, man. Trainer goes, oh, yeah? Fuck you. I'm out of here. And walks off.
What?
So this guy's already tried to knock me out, and he's like, my face is bleeding everywhere. And
He's pissed that your face bled all over his gloves.
For bleeding on his gloves. So now I'm still standing there. And that's right. He knocked me down in the first round, and his corner guy starts going 1, 2, and I. You know what I mean? Like, because I didn't even know we were going that hard. So fucking boom, and I hit the deck, and I hear 1, 2, and I'm like, and I get up, and he's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, motherfucker." Like, what is that? Like, you guys all going hard, and then some shithead starts
that's
counting.
Obnoxious.
So then that guy starts complaining about his gloves being bloody, and then him and his coach have a falling out, and then they're like, "We're not fighting anymore." And I'm standing in the corner going, "What? That's like two rounds." And then another trainer guy, this guy I know with all gold teeth, just some sweet gangster looking dude that's always at the gym. He's
White
like,
boy?
Yeah.
White boy? I know white boy.
I know white boy.
Jerry.
White boy just goes, I'll fucking corner him. Fuck it. Let's get this thing going. And then the guy goes back into the corner, and he's like, all right, and then starts talking shit in the ring. Motherfucker, I'm gonna slap. And I'm like,
I love this.
I'm like, okay, dude.
And he's a pro fighter.
Yeah, he's like, no, he was like an amateur with like 16 fights, and he was like 6'5".
He knows what he's doing.
He was fucking way better than me.
Who in the world wants
So
to
what
do that?
happened?
You're crazy.
Well, I fucking went 4 rounds with the cocksucker, and
Nice.
all I did was get, because he was that tall and that good with his feet that I
Yeah,
stopped
can't
trying to
touch
punch him in the head. I was just going for the body. So I like and he came in to like try and knock me out, and I landed right in the fucking sternum, and he went all the way back to the corner, and I punched him for like 20 seconds, and then he proceeded to bounce back and beat the shit out of me. But I fucking stayed there the whole time. I was there all bloody all over the
How was
place.
your headache for about 3 days, right?
Yeah, but that was the next day too. I fought a bunch of dudes there. There was people that I fought there. It took me a while to figure out what was going on, and by then it was too late. People don't just. People would say, "Hey, man, you want to spar?" I'm like, "Yeah."
And then it's on.
You can't last
I would
that
just
long.
say,
in
yeah.
that. I mean, you're not supposed to do that every day.
That's what made me want to retire from doing because I sparred people that were 1,000 times
That's
better
not
than
good,
Gabe
man.
Rudiger, and
That's
they
not
all
good.
beat me so that I could beat Gabe Rudiger in a who gives a shit rematch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was,
Yeah.
and then now I'm looking at it. I'm like, for the business, for the fans, for me to fight a real fight and do a real training camp, it would be, oh my God, dude, are you really going to fight so-and-so?
Right.
That's the only time I would do it. If it was like Ellis Mania is going to be fucking crazy.
If they said Jason Ellis, Kimbo Slice.
He's a little big, isn't he?
No, that'd be a legit.
I mean, he could just knock me out, or I could knock him out.
Yeah. You'd
Fair.
both just stand and bang.
He might
Be a
have more.
sick fight.
Hold on.
I think I could-
Kimbo weighs how much?
Maybe 212. Light, small.
Is that true? I thought he was 260.
Well, I lived with him for 6 weeks.
he's 212.
260.
Yeah, I thought he was huge.
Real quick, let me do a solid here. Brian don't know shit about fighting.
By the way, excuse me, I've seen him in the airport. He looks a lot
I
bigger than
lived with
212.
him. Brian,
212.
I'm going to do you a solid here. Lived with him for
212,
6
you're
weeks.
saying. Wow.
Was on the Ultimate Fighter with
He's
him.
doing you a solid.
Doing
You
you
don't
solid.
know shit.
No, I know
okay?
that. But he was 212?
I think Kimbo Slice, Jason, it makes sense. I'm just saying.
What do
It's a
you weigh
really
right
tough
now? What do
fight.
you weigh right now?
Well,
I'm
yeah,
like
it's a tough
210, but
fight,
that's because I
but
can't train.
Yeah. So
When I train, I'm like 200, 190, 199 or something.
do like a catch weight too. I don't know. That'd be sick. I'm just saying. If you're going to get ready
That's a tough fight. That's a scary
Heck
fight.
yeah, it's a tough fight, but
Yeah,
your
big
style,
fight.
his style.
Yeah, he's more of a brawler still. He still doesn't really box. I mean, I know he has all those boxing fights, but
Yeah,
he's
but
pretty
just
messy.
brawling.
Did you roll with him a lot? You.
He got. I think there might be a fair fight if we MMA'd each other. He can't roll at all, right?
No.
He has
I
like
know that's why
a.
you're-
And he just doesn't, he's
Oh, he
like,
didn't try.
I'll tell you what, Kimbo's one of the nicest, most humble guys I've ever met.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I think he's 36. Like, I'm 36. I'm going to learn jiu-jitsu right now. He's like, I'm just trying to make as much money as possible,
Right.
bang with guys, get the right matchups, and
God
get
bless
out.
him. God bless him.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet strategy. I'm cool with that.
I'm
He just
cool with
didn't.
that.
It didn't look like it was natural to him in any way. I think the worst thing was he didn't look like he could. He had heavy hips. He seems too top heavy.
Super
He could-
top heavy.
He's
Herschel
easy
Walker.
to tip over.
Herschel Walker. He's
he-
51.
He's a stiff motherfucker.
super stiff.
He needs to go to yoga class. Or something.
Kimbo had like power. His hooks were all power, but as far as pure boxing, it wasn't very good.
That's what I'm saying. But
One of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
the hardest thing for me would be to get past that he's Kimbo Slice and he's throwing haymakers. That's hard to stay calm for.
Yeah.
That's because I'm not that good. I mean, I can box a little bit, but that he starts throwing those things, and I'm like, I mean, that's not. I'm not.
See, that's
I'm still
the
not good enough
difference.
to be like, and that just. I'll probably be like,
Sure.
See, on the Ultimate Fighter, Dana was like, "Do you realize there's 15 of you here? We're missing one guy. This next guy that comes through the door, I guarantee you, every one of you will know him." I turned to my friend Mitrione. I go, "Bro, they're about to bring fucking Fedor out, bro. We're about to get fucked up." Fedor walks through that door. We're all screwed.
Yeah.
And in walks Kimbo Slice, and everyone goes, "Huh?" Every single one goes, "Give me that guy first fight." Every single one of us.
Yeah, every single one of you want to take that fight and put him on his back and fucking choke him out with your belly.
Yeah.
It's not fair. You need to honor that man and stand and punch him in the face. Like
Well,
you
but
can't-
they did. A lot of guys did.
did they?
Well, Roy beat him in the house, but
Yeah,
then
but
he
he
fought
beat him in-
Mitrione. Mitrione didn't take him down.
Oh, he did?
No, Mitrione just stood with him, leg kicked him, and punched him in the face.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's
And then they gave him-
leg kicking is cheating as well.
And then they give him
It is
Houston
really when you
Alexander.
think about it. If you honorably want to shit whip Kimbo Slice, you do it with no kicking, no wrestling, or any jiu-jitsu.
Do it backyard brawling. Just
right.
punch it.
That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
But,
Drop your hands. You know what I mean? Like get loose.
Yeah. And just
but then they gave him Houston Alexander. It was one of the worst fights ever on
Houston
the finale.
Alexander. Oh wait,
Remember that?
that guy was very
kinda
Kimbo
stood.
Slicey.
He's very Kimbo Slicey.
But he's too.
But they
he
were
knows
both
MMA.
they were both terrified of each other, so they just kind of circled the whole time.
Oh, I don't even
It
remember.
was a
that
horrible fight.
Oh,
I think
God.
maybe Kimbo won a split decision. I don't remember.
A split decision with those two. They went the distance.
It went the distance.
Embarrassing.
It was bad.
Can't Dana White get up and just say, you know what I mean? Like
But listen, if
another
you,
round.
if you want to fight Kimbo like that,
I was joking.
you would never do it. 10 years
an
ago.
MMA
10
fight?
years ago. 10 years
Wait,
ago.
an MMA fight?
MMA fight with no takedowns.
Well, that's not fair because if it's takedowns, then that will.
so
that
you,
gives me.
so if you fought Kimbo, you're gonna take him down.
Yeah.
Oh, you're double legging.
Well, yeah, you got you're just-
I have. What do I have? Like 3 years of Team Quest under my belt. I'm an
That's
excellent
a
wrestler.
lot. That's a lot. Those guys are, serious wrestlers.
I am not good at it. But you know what? I was naturally good at it. There you go. For how
Kimbo
much
Slice,
effort I put in.
Jason Ellis.
There you go.
I want it to
MMA
happen.
fight.
Hey, easy.
MMA fight.
All right, let's get
Yeah,
on.
it's
Let's
some fan
195.
get some fan questions here.
We
Let's
got
go.
some legit ones. I got him here, DJ.
All right.
Yeah,
Check you out.
I have a few already.
I got him.
You
right
guys
here.
both got computer phones and you're doing
Oh,
your
yeah.
shop.
Yeah,
You're
we got
doing
some
it all.
big stuff here. And
Who's that lady with the red dress on?
That is what's her name?
I don't know what her name
I want to
is.
cut the head off it and take it into my studio and do weird things.
That is,
Do it.
Aaron Andrews.
Do it, bro.
Replace
Do
with
it.
someone else's
Here's
head.
a question for you, Jason. They say, can you tell Brian and Brendan your hot air balloon story? This is your fans.
Oh yeah, I wanted to have sex in a hot air balloon. So my friends that are those extreme fallers, the skydiver people, I've got some buddies, and they called the balloon place, and then I can't remember. I dressed as Elvis, and Katie dressed as, remember Conan the Barbarian's first wife
Yes.
that died? You do really want to live forever, that chick?
This
He dressed as her, and then we got in a hot air balloon with all these dudes, and they all jumped out at like a mile high, and then I had a video camera, and there's an uncomfortable thing. I figured it would be a bigger basket. It was kind of a smaller basket.
It's awkward.
And the basket driver's, he was facing away from me, but dude, he's like 3 feet away from me. Where I'm in the other corner of the
You're
basket.
breathing in the
Yeah. Oh no.
Cold up there.
She starts blowing me, and I'm like, God, and my dick's like trying not to. You know what I mean?
Not
My
to be
dick's like, hey man, I'm a little shy up here. We're high, and that old guy's right behind you. And I'm like, motherfucker,
Wake up,
this
bro.
doesn't happen every day. This is, you get up. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I'm like really trying to stay focused, and I can tell Katie knows that my dick is not. She knows. She's like, okay, I'm gonna have
This
to
is
go.
your current girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go. Nobody else I've ever gone with would let me fuck her in a basket in a balloon. So then I bent her over the basket, so she was hanging off the basket. And fucking her up.
careful.
It scares
Please hold
me,
on to
man.
her.
The basket's not like 3 foot high. It was chest high. So she's leaning over, looking down, and I'm banging her, and then I'm like trying to hold the camera on her because filming me having sex is gross. It's just you just want to like, you see her and you can tell somebody behind her is punching her with something. So that's
the hot air balloon story.
That's the hot air balloon
good.
story.
So it worked out. Would you say it was a success?
Yeah, no, it was a success. I successfully accomplished what I came to do with about an 85% boner.
Not bad.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Not bad.
I talk about this all the time on the show. I've never, and since we came from your show, I've never met anyone in my life, nor have I cared about anyone in my life, that I would ever drink their blood like you and your girl do.
Yeah.
I figured that was going to happen.
Of course, man. Hashtag blood coffee. I talk about it all the time.
Still
All
one of the
time.
most romantic things I've ever heard.
See?
Couple
Another
vampires.
level, man.
We fucking love each
You guys
other.
are still doing it?
Yeah, just not since I saw you. That's how often we do it now. We don't really do it that often.
Kind of chilled
Yeah,
out.
once you've
You know,
done
we're
it
having a
once.
big one this weekend. No kids, and I got a raise, and I got my own channel. And
Someone's
all this
getting
other
cut.
shit that's
Someone's
about
getting
to
cut.
Someone's getting cut. There might be a couple people.
Someone's
Yeah, I'm
getting-
getting like a crazy suite somewhere, and I'm getting like a bunch of people to show up.
Dang,
Yeah,
you're doing the damn
run
thing.
like a crazy weekend of just
Really?
Because you're
banging
celebrating.
and bleeding. Yeah,
You're
fuck
celebrating,
Yeah,
'cause
getting
you're-
all kinds of expensive champagnes and
So it's going to be a bit of an orgy.
yeah, for sure.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm getting lesbian. I got lesbians on the train for Katie, and I got like a bunch of, because sometimes some girls don't want to be they don't want to be around the other girl. There's like a weird thing with that.
Yeah.
So the lesbians don't really want me around. So
Really?
yeah. So we've got people that are cool with us together, and people that are cool with us separately, and we're just like slotting them in through the 2 days.
You're about to have an epic weekend.
You are
Yeah.
a
Because you're celebrating your new show.
Professional.
Your new show. You're celebrating the new
God,
channel.
I'm a Boy Scout, man.
Are you? What are we doing, Brian?
I'm a Boy Scout.
You guys can come.
I'm literally shrinking. My back is kind of. I'm nothing. I'm nothing.
You hear me?
guys have to, you guys help me out.
He said we could come. Honestly, I don't know if I can hang, man.
You can jerk off on my chick or something if you want.
Well, listen. I'm
Like, I'm not going to be there. If we already know each other. It's weird. It's like,
It's weird.
now that we know each other,
Well,
like if we went to
guess who my
a
next-
gym together, I'm not taking my pants off in front of you.
Yeah.
But if I didn't know you, I
You're
would take
good.
my pants off and put my fucking shorts on and go into the gym.
Guess who my new best friend is? Jason Ellis.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I can hang. I don't think I could.
I'll
man.
just wear a disguise.
Yeah.
I'll dress
I'm
up like a
super
bush.
jealous
I'll
of
dress
you.
up like a bush and just watch in the corner.
Dress up like
You
a
can, what
I'll be
about if you
offended.
guys wear like bear suits or something so you don't feel like yourselves?
Oh, I'd do that.
You know what I mean? Like I
grizzly
don't know.
suit.
Maybe that 6'5" fucking panda over there isn't Brandon Shaw.
A couple couple of bears. I'll be the baby bear. You be the papa
See?
bear.
That's adorable, dude. You guys.
We'll be a couple.
Why is that
cutie
baby
pies.
bear boner shooting through that suit there?
Why is that baby bear jerking off with those paws? That must
Yeah, you got to get a little hole for your suit for sure.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Or a big hole. Doesn't matter.
That's
This has to do with what we're talking about. This is at Untangable 27. This is for me and Brian. Obviously talking about Jason here. It says hashtag Brian the Kid. Would you drink Brian Callen's blood if it made you a better fighter like Jason Ellis does with his girl? Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
If someone said, "Yo, man,
100%.
yeah, you drink this blood, you win your next 4 fights," I'm drinking the shit out of blood every day.
Yeah. I'll be a prune by the time he's done.
100%. 100%.
Hold me down and just
without
suck
a
me
question.
dry.
God, I'm almost jealous, man. How
Almost.
good your life is.
Is it really?
It's
I mean, this weekend you just go, listen, bro,
You don't
we're
wanna
celebrating my
You
new
don't want to do that. It's a weird
We're different
thing. I feel
birds,
like
aren't we?
sometimes
We're
I seem
different
like a
guys,
person
aren't
like,
we?
Hey, everybody, I got the ultimate gluttonous
You're an
life. Like,
extremist in some ways.
it's not. I don't think a lot of people really want to be around what we're around. And I'm not saying that it's like a bunch of supermodels are coming over to do us either. Like girls.
We're talking about a bunch of
girls
fours. What are we talking about?
and-
Fours who are strung out?
I find that hotter.
nobody's
I think
strung
that's
out.
hotter. I think it's hotter when
But
they're
it's
Are we talking about
regular
fours
girls.
with
It's like
eating disorders?
tattoo
or-
fucking, bitches drinking champagne and smoking blunts on the balcony and like, look at this, and put a bottle up their butt or something. They're like party girls.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah, party
Forget
girls.
these questions. Let's talk about this.
I love
Where do
it.
you find these girls? Where would a friend?
That is an excellent
Dude,
question.
where would a friend
That is
find some people?
absolutely
I'm telling you, get a panda suit and come to my fucking hotel and hang out with these chicks that they all know each other. I know Katie and I know, and then all of a sudden there's like, because Katie's like
It's a
she's got a lot
tight-knit
of
group.
tattoos and a lot of lesbian girls think that that's hot,
Super hot.
So then there's like a group of people on the internet. I'm not on the group because you're not allowed to be if you're a guy, but she has a group of people on the internet. It's like a secret thing where they just show each other's vaginas and boobs to each other.
What?
Yeah, tons of them, and it's just constant. You just keep scrolling, and it's just these random super hot chicks with tattoos and stuff.
It's like
choking themselves, and here's my fucking pussy, and I got a boob job, or here's my new bikini. Like,
And they're all gay, or they're all lesbian.
no, and but there's tons of chicks that. My easiest way for me is Katie's gay, but she's bi, so gay girls will do her and be cool with me, but
Yeah.
straight girls have always wanted to do something that looks like Katie. This is not every girl, but some girls have always wanted to do someone that looks like Katie.
100%.
And if her boyfriend's there, hey, fuck, he's all right. Yeah, that sounds like a wild scenario.
So if
That's how I usually
So
get it.
so let's say Brian's girl wants to hook up with your girl. Brian shows up, and Brian's trying to jump in the party. You're cool with it? Like if he just takes his pants down, you're like, all right, cool, bro.
Depends.
He can do whatever he wants. Or?
It depends on who it is.
Like, what's
if he was,
you don't know him. You don't know him at all.
Oh, well,
he just
then
shows
no.
up to the party.
No
you
guy
have to
walks
know him.
into the party. No. Guys don't walk into the party.
It's got to be a special
No
intro.
guys are allowed into the
It's got to
party.
be a special intro,
No.
bro.
Yeah, if you're a guy and you're coming to the party, that's because you've got a girlfriend who
You got to bring something to the table.
she's fucking Katie with a strap on or something. Like there's got to be a
Dang,
two-way
our
street. Too
lives
many
are
dicks.
our lives are so different.
Too many
my man.
dicks, huh?
It's just not
Got to
necessary.
be careful with that. It's not necessary.
You have the power.
What's the
you know?
ratio? What's the ratio this
I could
weekend?
pull. Could I get more bitches if I had more dicks? Yeah, but I have the power, and I did 4 people last night, and it's actually getting to the point now where I think maybe my tensum's overrated. I think extra people is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I think
Whoa, when you say you did 4 last night, what are we talking about here?
just a bunch of people on the couch, just coming on people.
Really?
Monday.
Monday.
That's a
It's a
Monday.
Monday night, dude. We got Mud Mask Monday.
Monday.
He's wow.
That's a Monday for Jason
Those are
Ellis.
You guys have mud mask Mondays?
Well, we just kid
That's what
around
we
about.
call it.
Oh, you don't
show.
actually put the mud mask
No.
on? The
No.
fuck?
I know, man.
Mud masks are good for you.
We're nothing.
I know.
Hey,
I've
Brennan,
done 'em before.
Brennan, we're nothing.
We need to step
I'm
our
a
game
comic
up.
and you're a cage fighter. We're a couple of nothings.
Couple of
Hey, you know
boring
what I'm going to call
peeps.
this podcast? Couple of zeros.
Couple of zeros
Chat
and-
with,
with
the
Jason.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Couple zeros. Chat with the pimp.
So last night you were like Monday night bored. Text 4 people. Get over here.
Not exactly, but
Kind
Yeah.
of.
When Jason Ellis texts you and says,
It's
"Get
not
over
like
here,
that.
My couch is lonely," you get over there.
Are you gonna take the shot? We got this giant panda suit. Get your big ass over here. I'm gonna be sweating through that thing though, man. I'm gonna be sweating profusely. It's not gonna be good. I'm like, why is the panda all sticky?
have like a mesh suit or something.
A lot of girls want to see the big
Spider-Man doesn't seem that hot.
It's true.
A lot
It
of
could be
girls-
Spider-Man.
I wouldn't mind that.
I think chicks could go for
Venom.
Batman, you know?
Batman or Venom. I like
Because
Venom.
Batman's
Venom's
kind of
a
leathery.
badass.
And
Venom would be sick.
No. No, yeah,
too
you're not coming. Yeah, Venom can't come to my party. That's like some weird dude. Who the fuck are you, Venom? You're not really a fucking action hero. You know that, right? Like somebody just invented you, like for one. Hey kids, here's another cheeseburger with fucking ribs in it. Like it's not a genuine hero.
God, all right.
I don't know if it's even worth getting into any more questions. That's a great way to end, man. Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
Your Monday night is no joke. This weekend, I hope it goes well, man. I won't be there in a panda
because we're
suit.
planning it. This time we're planning it. Usually we like figure it out and try to do it on a Friday, and then it's too late to get people there.
But it's Tuesday, and you're already planning it.
Yeah, no, we planned more stuff yesterday.
What kind of food do you guys bring?
Oh, I just get room service for everybody, whatever you want.
Damn.
Big, massive suite with tons of different rooms and things to like hang off, and then I bring like whips and fucking dildos, and I got a Bane mask. I bought a Bane mask the other day.
Bought a Bane
It's not a Bane mask. It's a leather mask that goes across my face, and then the leather straps go over my head, and they bolt up and go around my neck.
And then you're just butt naked down below.
But when you
do that.
when I talk like this.
So you got the Darth Vader.
Yeah, it's the fucking. Because I sound like that, I feel like it's easier to find my alter ego of whoever
And
that person is.
Do you act like Bane?
Fuck yeah, I don't act like Bane, but I definitely
So you
talk
think
different.
darkness
and I'm
is your
way rougher.
ally?
I see. I don't.
You think darkness is your ally?
I will never do that.
You
But I
think
might try
darkness
to-
is your ally? Suck this dick.
See, I can't. That
You want to see my dick?
He sound forceful.
this way, doesn't he? It's time for us to have a good time, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 2 zeros, the 2 Boy Scouts with the pimp, Jason Ellis.
2 zeros and the 1 hero.
Jason,
This is the
tell us
Fire and the
about
Kid.
your radio show and where they can find it and all that.
Oh yeah, it's Sirius XM, the Jason Ellis Show. It's on Faction 41.
We just lost all our listeners.
Kind of a
They're
big
all
deal.
going over
Kind of a big
Jason.
deal.
Well, wait a minute, you're not on right now.
What's that?
Well, you're done. You're going home after this.
Yeah.
Right, so when they're done, then you can
True.
listen to my show.
There you
Don't-
go.
You can
don't
listen
need
to both.
You can
Don't have
thank
to choose.
you.
Don't have to choose.
don't have to
Can't we all get along?
Can we all
course
get
we
along?
can.
We all just come to your party this Saturday?
Yeah, I told you, but
I'm
you
gonna
gotta wear
show up-
suits because you're gonna feel weird. I bet. Wait, dude,
Brian's a
come
little
on,
creepy,
dude, put
bro.
a fucking mask on. I don't need.
No, I
you
got
He
no
needs a
problem.
mask.
I don't want eye contact. dick out.
Hey,
ever with.
you're get. Hey, bro, check it.
If you want to go jerk off on my cheek, like go get drunk, and you're like, I like him. I'm like, okay, well,
I'll just wear
Bro,
I'll wear a
blow
mask.
him.
I'll wear
I
a
got
mask.
it.
You're not
I
looking
got
at my
this.
face.
You're gonna be Bane. You're gonna be Robin. I'm gonna be Batman.
I don't
You're
wanna
not
be
invited
Robin.
to the party.
I'm Batman.
It's the worst idea ever.
I'm Batman.
Robin, kiss my ass.
I'm Batman.
Robin.
I know.
I look like a bird with skinny legs and a
Yeah.
big old
Who
chest.
shows up to an orgy as Robin?
Oh, gross.
This guy.
I'm
This
not doing that.
guy.
I want to show up as.
You
I'll
think
help.
darkness is your ally?
Darkness
Yeah,
is,
you, my man.
You should go to the toilet.
We might show up as Fighter and the Kid. We'll wear our shirts.
the fighter and the
Fighter
kid?
and
no, you
kid.
should do a podcast there.
That's a that.
Oh, bro.
is sick.
What are you
just
doing right now,
dropping
Jason?
gems.
Fucking everybody.
I would actually do that.
Yeah.
Ah, man, that would be
We should
some
do a
epic
podcast.
shit. Look at DJ in the corner like, yeah, do
can
it.
you imagine-
Rock hard boner.
podcast.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
I would do it.
Passing you notes the whole time.
All right, folks, it's The Fighter and the Kid. Check us out, www.thefighterandthekidshop.com. We got women's tanks. We got tees. This is Brian Callen, Brendan Schaub, Jason Ellis in the house.
Where's my t-shirt?
We got you,
I
man.
want
I'll
fucking
send you a little
Fighter and the Kid
package.
t-shirt.
We got you, man.
Got you.
I'm a large. Thank you.
100%.
Large?
Might be extra.
You guys
large.
want wolf knife shit?
Kid is
Yeah,
big.
for sure.
Let's
is dope.
Let's exchange.
Exchange
done.
numbers.
Done like
Find the
doing
Kid.
soccer.
We're out. What are you doing this weekend? Not what Jason Ellis is doing.